What's up?
Kal, Halak, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles that rule well, salutations to the brothers in the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. He got a little document, a couple of documents we wanted to bring out on Thanksgiving.
So what is Thanksgiving? This Thursday? Yeah, Shalom. So Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, as the elect knows it, is this upcoming Thursday. And just like every year, and the next year, if the Lord allows our people to live, if He hasn't come back by then, could we get that Zechariah 13:8, please? They're gonna keep celebrating it. They're gonna go to grandma's house, auntie's house, their parents' house. They're gonna eat up the turkey. They might have some ham there. They might have some swine. They're gonna have their greens, their sweet potatoes, and they're gonna do that every year without knowing the true meaning of it. And some people say they know the true meaning of Thanksgiving, but they say they celebrate for a different reason. You can't change a leopard spot. Whatever that day was meant to be, or that festival was meant to be, it's always going to be that. So,
Zechariah 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, says Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
Yeah, 2 parts of a pie, that's a big part. So when the Lord comes back, according to Matthew 10:34, it says He's coming back with a sword. He don't come back with a sword to butter the bread, or just to have a sword just to have it. He don't come back to slay. He's going to slay those that would not have the Lord reign over them. Because He's an austere man. So all of our people that celebrate Thanksgiving and these other, these feasts, well, not feast days, these holidays, consistently every year, and the truth, especially if you know the truth, the Lord's going to come and smite you. You know you was supposed to be celebrating Thanksgiving.
Matthew 8:12. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
That's right. They're going to be cast into outer darkness, and the way the Lord's going to do that is these thermonuclear missiles. The Lord's going to wipe you out. Either it's going to be by the sword, it's going to be by the famine. He might do with the pestilence. Y'all was already dropping like flies with the C-19. That's how we say it, C-19.
Yeah, C-19.
Yeah, with the C-19. Y'all was already dropping like flies, especially y'all that didn't take care of yourselves, already had heart conditions. Imagine when these plagues really be unleashed. Y'all definitely going to drop. Y'all don't even take care of yourselves in the first place. But there's multiple ways the Lord is going to destroy y'all. Can we, before I get into some edification, more edification, can we get to Titus 1, verse 14 and 16?
Titus chapter 1?
Yeah, verse 14 to 16.
Fine. Titus 1, 14 through 16. Not giving heed to Jewish fable and commandments of men that turn from the truth.
Yeah, so isn't Thanksgiving a commandment of men? There's nowhere in the Bible where it says that, the 25th of the month, of November, that we have to celebrate Thanksgiving. The word Thanksgiving is in the Bible, but it's not a day that was set with the Lord, where the Lord wanted us to keep it. The days that were meant to keep was Day of Atonement, Purim, Passover, Feast of Dedication. Those are days that we're supposed to take part in. There's nowhere in the Bible says we gotta do Thanksgiving. Why would you want to celebrate a day where your own brothers and sisters were slaughtered, where they were killed?
They commemorate the killing of the Reubenites and the Gadites.
Exactly. That's like keeping a day that celebrates the transatlantic slave trade. Would you keep a day like that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all wouldn't. But then again, if Edomites, if they put a lot of sugar coating on that day, they make it seem like it's okay to keep. I'm pretty sure y'all would keep it. Because y'all already keep it Thanksgiving. Yeah, and a lot of y'all know what it's about. Y'all know it.
Yeah, because Esau keep that up because the conquering of the natives.
Exactly.
Right? So why are you partaking in that? Why the Southern Kingdom partaking in the conquest, the conquer, in the conquest of your brother, the Reuben and Gadite? Why are you partaking in that? Because your Negroes are the Jews. Y'all are the biblical Hebrew Israelite that the Bible speak of. So when you eat stuffing yourself for all that food, first of all, it's gluttony. First of all, it's gluttony, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of y'all get into debt, max out your credit card for this demonic ass feast day, man.
Yeah.
Right? For this demonic ass feast day.
And at this point,
And hold on, and y'all love Jesus Christ, but y'all don't want to keep the commandments of Jesus Christ. These niggas is eating glazed honey ham when that's against the law. You got 5 different worms in a ham that cause osteoporosis, diabetes, cancer, and erectile dysfunction. But these niggas love they pork. That's why the Most High gonna kill 2/3 of these niggas, man. These niggas is wicked.
That's right.
So
Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 14, Leviticus 11 tells us about eating swine's flesh. About even being around its carcass, it makes you unclean. So why would you want to consume?
See the nigga woman nodding
yeah.
right there? The nigga woman over nodding her head to her husband.
They probably heard this before.
Right. Yeah, so like,
Son of perdition is being revealed, so a lot of people are waking up, but they're hearing the words and not doing. They know swine is wrong for them, man. If we go back to the Titus though, use on verse
sure.
15.
Titus 1, verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure. But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving, it's nothing pure. But even their mind and their conscience is defiled. They profess that they know Yahweh, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work a reprobate.
Right. Yeah, they profess they know God. They go to church on a Saturday or Sunday, but yet they're still keeping Thanksgiving. They profess that they love God, but they're not keeping his commandments. And it says, and it works, they deny him. How do they deny him? They're denying him by, like we just said, not keeping the commandments, by eating swine's flesh, keeping Thanksgiving, keeping Christmas. And now it's really called Thanks Christmas, because when they're eating at Thanksgiving, they're already thinking about Christmas.
Yeah.
They're already thinking about the next holiday. Y'all already thinking about what's next. You're not even focused on the present, what's in front of you. You're eating a big meal, but yeah, you're worried about what Christmas gifts you're going to get, or how drunk you can get on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, facts. And that's why the Lord said, yo, turn your feasting into mourning.
Yeah.
It ain't time for all that.
That's right.
Yeah, it ain't time for all that, man. Let your feasting turn into mourning. And the way your feasting turn into mourning is by what? Keeping the law, statute, commandments, and getting into this knowledge right here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We mourning. We mourning for what? For our people, man. We mourning for the situation that we are in, man. We mourning. We don't have a leader here. You think Obama's your leader? You think Biden is your leader? That's not our leader. Our leader is Yahweh Shah, man.
So the first article, I'm just trying to get straight to the point. It's called the Pagan Origins of Thanksgiving. So before the slaughtering of Native Americans, there was already traditions that these Edomites would kind of keep that was somewhat like Thanksgiving. It probably wasn't called Thanksgiving, but it was close to it, just like Christmas. So before it was called Christmas, what was it called? It was called Saturnalia. Saturnalia is when the Romans would get together and they would do abominable acts. They'll commit orgies. They'll probably
little boys.
Yeah, pop little boys. They'll probably steal. So the movie Purge is kind of like what Saturnalia was, but Saturnalia I would probably say it was worse. Because they could do whatever they want on that day. That was a day for them to wild out. And Christmas is kind of almost the same thing. Because during these holidays like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, they have like these parties that's oriented towards that day. Like it'd be, especially with Halloween, it'd be Halloween parties. You got your Christmas parties, and that's a time where our people, our black people, go shake their, they'll shake their butt on different men they don't know. Get drunk. All for an even day, all for a day that we're not supposed to celebrate. Why can't we get together and keep Purim? Why can't we get together and put our money together and keep Purim? I would rather someone take a loan out and get in debt to keep Purim than take a loan out and get in debt to keep Christmas. Buying your children these garbage toys that they're probably gonna break 2 days later.
That's right.
You know? Yep.
No, yeah, go ahead. Read.
Oh no.
Now read a little bit down.
Oh, okay. Then you gonna bring that out. Okay. Part 1, the history. In America, it's believed that the first Thanksgiving took place in 1621, but this was not the first time people gathered to give thanks for the autumn harvest. In fact, people have been celebrating the harvest for millennia, and our Thanksgiving meal is just a modern incarnation reflecting these ancient celebrations of autumn abundance.
And the funny thing is, before you proceed, you know, around America, and you can find these portraits like in Walmart's, Targets, right, and different commerce. You can find these and merchants. You can find these pictures of the natives in coming together with the Puritans in one big table, them breaking bread. That's bullshit.
Yep.
That's bullshit, man. I gotta do my research. Who came with that picture? Who the first one painted that picture, man? Because it ain't going down like that, man. Y'all so-called white man, y'all oppress and suppress, right, the natives. And especially that bitch ass Christopher Columbus had them in what? In gold mines, right? Had them in mines looking for gold and diamonds and precious stones and so on.
That's right.
Right? So that picture ain't go down like that, man. The Puritans and the natives was enemies, man. Right? There was enemies. Yep. President Theodore, man, he was killing them left and right.
And they brought
right?
Jesus to the Native Americans.
And using General Cluster, slaughtering our people left and right, man. So that picture ain't go down like that, man. You know.
Back on the paganism of it, most of our modern holidays like Christmas and Easter are a combination of pagan and Christian traditions. Thanksgiving, on the other hand, doesn't have much of a Christian influence. It says it doesn't even have much of a Christian influence. So, who celebrates Thanksgiving the most? It's Christians, right? Isn't it Christianity? But it doesn't even have much of a Christian influence.
Especially these wacky, tacky Christians. Oh my God, they love that day.
Yeah,
they love that day.
They do. That's why Thanksgivings are tied to any one specific religion. Its traditions are quite similar to a number of ancient pagan harvest celebrations. For example, in ancient Rome, they celebrate the holiday of Cyrilia, which honored the harvest goddess of grain called Ceres. There are 100 different harvest gods and goddesses from Greek and Roman culture, so it's clear that celebrating the harvest season was a key feature of their spiritual beliefs. Yeah, so a big part of it is the Romans, right? They always go back to the Romans. The Romans, they set the trend for a lot of these pagan celebrations. Like I mentioned earlier, Christmas, which was what, Saturnalia, okay? Even the word salt comes from the Romans. Salt just means what? Salary. Yep. Salary comes from the Romans because salary derived from the word salt. Because the Romans will give their soldiers salt as payment. You know, that was real currency right there, because you could actually do something with salt. You know, you can't do nothing with this paper dollar, but that's a topic for a different day. Okay? I'll read one more paragraph and you can read your scripture.
Now, what, you got any part in there where...
About the slaughtering? That's another article. That's the next article we'll bring out.
That's what this
okay.
really comes in, but yeah, you can take your time with that. Beautiful.
Part 2, the symbols. There are 3 key symbols that are common to Thanksgiving celebrations. The cornucopia, aka the horn of plenty, the turkey and corn. All these symbols were viewed as very important among pagan societies. Let's begin with the cornucopia, which was an important symbol in ancient Greece and Rome. A cornucopia is a horn-shaped basket that is usually filled with harvest vegetables, harvest fruits and vegetables. This symbol goes back to the story from ancient Greece, where a goat pulled off his horn and offered it to the god Zeus. This was a magic horn that would refill indefinitely with food and drink, ensuring that Zeus would never go hungry.
Yeah, to really go deeper than that horn really came from the Israelites, right? Because we used to get that horn from what? From the ram.
Yeah.
And we use the horn to summon the nation of Israel that it's a feast, or the new moon coming, or the enemy is coming. That's what that horn really goes back to.
How they twisting our stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the other nations, they incorporated that.
Yeah.
Right? Because remember, we are the salt of the earth, man. We are the great inventors. Right? So that really came from Israelites.
It says to give thanks to the goat, Zeus made the goat's image in the night sky, which became the constellation we now call Capricorn.
So-called Capricorn.
So-called Capricorn, you know. They even messed up astrology, man. All the astrology, Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo, the stars in the sky and all that, they gave it all pagan names. And they gave Capricorn, that name came from Zeus. And when you look at pictures of, as we're known as Jesus, the paintings of Jesus is very similar to Zeus. Very similar, So that white painting of Jesus not only comes from Cedric Borget, but it also comes from paganism or mythology, which goes back to Zeus. So when y'all celebrating Thanksgiving, y'all not worshiping God. Y'all praying to God. The Lord's not hearing that. It's what it say in Isaiah 1. It says about He doesn't hear your prayers because your hands are full of blood. Yeah, your hands are full of blood. Not only because you celebrate these pagan traditions, but because you partaking in a day where your own brothers and sisters were killed.
That's right.
So that's messed up.
Yeah, it's celebrated for the defeat of your brother.
That's messed up. Yeah.
And you partaking in that too.
Can I bring first? You get a 1 Corinthians 8. I know you got something on lock, but I know this for the next part. You give me 1 Corinthians 8 and 5. 5 to 6. Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 8.
Yeah, it's 5 to 6.
First Corinthians, that's a good one. 1 Corinthians 8, 5 through 6. For though there be that are called gods, rather in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many, but to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, one Yahushua Mashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him.
That's right.
So we're going to show you there's two entities. It's Yahweh and Yahushua. There's two entities, right? And that one, we worship one power, right? Which is we are called monotheism, right? When you worship more than one God, right? You are what? A polytheism, right? They worship more than one God, like you said.
Yeah, like a polynomial. Like a polynomial is like more than. I'm not great with my math, but I know polynomial is like multiple those equations. A binomial would be 2, and a monomial would just be that one equation. So it's amazing how like the English is so it's crazy how it works. The English is also just a combination of like different languages. You think about it, it's the same thing with these holidays. Like Thanksgiving is a mixture of these pagan festivals and also the Native Americans being killed. Same thing with Christmas. It's just a combination of everything. America itself is a melting pot. It's a combination of everything. It has influences from different countries. Most of the food you eat, it derived from different countries. Like burgers. Burgers weren't even that wasn't even an invention from here. Burgers, pizza, all these Western diet, foods came from other countries. The next symbol I want to mention, the next symbol is the turkey, which is the centerpiece of the American Thanksgiving dinner. Many Native American tribes view turkey as a symbol of fertility and abundance, as a totem animal. Turkey reminds us of the importance of our relationship with the land, as the land is a source of our nourishment and sustenance. Turkey feathers are also viewed as especially important, are used in ritual wear and smudging ceremonies. So when we eat turkey at Thanksgiving, we are celebrating, honoring the connection we have with our sacred land and the animal spirits. And that's why the Lord, that's the reason why the Lord smote the Native American. Like he took them out because they're worshiping other gods. It's evil what the Edomites did to them, but there was also a reason for that. Because they were starting to go and worship, the spirit animals and all kinds of different stuff, man. Corn. After this, I'm gonna go to the massacre. Corn is often used as a symbol to represent Thanksgiving. Corn, also called maize, was a key staple crop among the Native Americans, and it's played an important role in their spiritual beliefs.
And corn was one of our staple diets.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Yeah.
It was one of our staple diets, and Esau, so-called white man, knows that, right? So that's why he got the whole of it and just Now he produced it, but it's GMO, genetically modified organism, right? Which attacks your organism, right? So Esau has a lot of Frankenstein food. So now when they having Thanksgiving, they what? They feasting and what? And a lot of GMO food, a lot of chemical food. They got aspartame. These niggas love their soda.
Oh man.
These niggas love their Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Right?
You know why you gotta get dialysis when y'all get older.
Yeah.
Y'all drinking soda and heavy beer throughout your life.
Yeah.
Messed up your liver and your kidneys.
They love their sugar. You know, sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie and potato pie.
And who's cooking the meal? It's the grandma, the auntie with the big arms.
With the big arms.
The big flabby arms.
Right? Peach cobbler and apple pie. You can't leave those two out. Damn.
Yeah.
And cherry pie. All types of pies.
Yeah.
You know, so
juice for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give your kids some water, man. Don't be giving them all that juice. You know, you gotta stand your ground with your children. You know, once a child gets a taste of juice, they're gonna keep wanting it. Oh, mom, dad, I want apple juice. I want orange juice. Mom, I want this. You gotta stand your ground, like, you're gonna drink that water. You know, that's gonna save you a lot of headache. You're gonna realize your children don't get sick often. You know, because their immune system's going. You get in water. You know, give them some herbs every now and then, some black seed oil. You know, to build their immune system up. You know, you save yourself a lot of headache. You know, but when our people, when their kid gets sick, they're going straight to the urgent care. They got mucus in their chest. Use a hot rag. That'll break up the mucus. You know, give them some herbs. Give them some vegetables. You know, some soup. You don't need to go to urgent care every time your child gets sick. They're not getting that. This Western civilization is in that panic stage so easily.
That's why your house said this is a faithless generation.
Faithless.
Real faithless.
Super faithless. Back to the corn. It says corn, also called maize, was a key staple crop among the Native Americans, and it played an important role in their spiritual beliefs. In some tribes, corn itself was seen as a spirit, and often it played a role in ceremonies. Historically, it's also believed that the Native Americans taught the pilgrims how to grow and harvest corn, and without that knowledge, they would have never survived the harsh winters. The Native Americans taught y'all Edomites how to grow corn, and that saved y'all. Yeah, y'all still slaughtered them, man.
Yeah, they taught them how to till the land.
Yeah.
You know, cultivate the land.
So they got the knowledge they got out of
Yeah.
they needed out of them, and then you took them out. That's wickedness, man.
Yeah. That's what they do to us now. You know, they pay us or whatever, but they still gun us down the street.
True.
They still gun us down the street, man. Right? Was that last hire, first fire?
Yeah.
Right?
It was,
they just exploit us. They just like us for our talent. But if it wasn't for that talent, they don't give a fuck about us. You think they really give a fuck about LeBron James and
that's entertainment.
right? LeBron James and Kyrie and Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq. Do they care about them? Nah. They make money off of us, man. They make a lot of money off of us, man. That's what they do. They exploit us. Well, when they done with us, they cast us out to the wolves, man. They cast us out. They don't need us. See what they did with O.J. Simpson. See what they did with him. See what they did with R. Kelly.
Yeah, we make the world spin. I mean, it was an Israelite, what's his name, Gary Morgan, that created the gas mask to protect y'all, save y'all Edomites. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all still account and us. Peanut butter, mayo. How much these Edomites are making off peanut butter and mayo?
Yeah.
Hellman's and what is it called, Skippy. Skippy.
Yeah.
They're making millions off that, but I'm pretty sure the brother, George, what was his name, George Carver?
Yeah, George Washington
Carver. I'm pretty sure his family ain't getting no money out of that.
He made lotion. He made shampoos.
Yeah, he ain't getting it.
Right. Well, who benefit out of it? So for white.
Yeah. The Nerf gun. You know, we made that. Mark Dean, I believe he created the motherboard for the computer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we created so much, man. So even the refrigerator, I believe that's created by a brother, man. For the fridge to keep your food cold, the Edomites. Or can we go to Colossians 2:8 before I get to the Thanksgiving massacres? This one straight to the point too.
Colossians 2 verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Mashiach.
Alright, so isn't Thanksgiving a tradition of men? It's not after Mashiach. He didn't come down on this planet and say, oh, celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate Christmas. Yahushua kept the Passover. He kept the Passover. He didn't keep Thanksgiving. He said he come to fulfill the law, not to destroy it. These our feast days is part of our law. He says Passover is a day that was keep for generations and generations, not just that one time, and that's it.
Yeah. But you don't want
we can bring it out. We can end off of it. Yeah. All right, so the massacres. Thanksgiving Day massacre, 1637. On June 5th, Captain Mason attacks a Pequot village near present-day Stonington and massacres the community. Following an especially successful raid against the Pequot is what is now Stamford, Connecticut. The churches announced a second day of Thanksgiving to celebrate victory. Reportedly, during the feasting, they hacked off heads of Native Americans. So I can read that again. The churches announced a second day of Thanksgiving to celebrate victory. Reportedly, during the feasting, the hacked off heads of natives are kicked through the streets like soccer balls. On July 28th, a dirt attack and massacre.
Maybe that's how soccer balls created?
Maybe it's part of it, right?
Hey!
Y'all was kicking our heads like soccer balls, and there was bounty on the scalp of a Native American's head. It was worth like 5 cents. A Native American scalp. So if there was a scalp of Native American, and they turned that in, they'll get 5 cents for that, man.
Hey!
On July 28th, a dirt attack and massacre occurred near present-day Farfield, and the Pequot War comes to an end. The day after the massacre, William Bradford, the governor of Massachusetts Bay Colony, writes that from that day forth shall be a day of celebration and thanksgiving for subduing the Pequot for the next 100 years. Every Thanksgiving Day, ordained by a governor, was in honor of the bloody victory. Thanking God, they got the nerve, thanking God that the battle had been won. This event marks the first actual Thanksgiving. During this period of history, the Puritans and other English colonists generally declared a day Thanksgiving to celebrate the successful massacre of native communities and to honor victories ordained by God, rather than celebrating successful harvests. So what I had read previously about how, which is still paganism. Through paganism, they celebrated days of harvest through their gods of harvest, and so forth, or through Zeus and the Capricorn constellation. But when they had the victory over the Native Americans, that's when they changed it. So that was the second Thanksgiving Day. That's why I said during this period. During this period of history, the Puritans and other English colonists generally declared a day Thanksgiving to celebrate the successful massacre of native communities and to honor victories ordained by God, rather than celebrating successful harvest. So it wasn't even about harvest anymore. It was about them having victory over Native Americans.
Wow.
You know, and ever since then, that's what it has really been about. But yeah, y'all don't get it though. Y'all don't get it. Yeah, you can bring the scripture you had, Locke.
This is Amos 5:21. I hate and I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offering and your meat offering, I will not upset them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy psalms, for I will not hear the melody of the viols.
That's right.
All right? Yes. Yeah, so Moses said, I hate and despise your feast days, man. Because it's a demonic day. It's a conquer and victory over our brothers, the Reubenites and the Gadites, man. Right? And the Most I say, I hate and I despise your feast days. Because that's not in Leviticus 23, where the Most High lists all the feast days and the Solomon days, right? And the Sabbath. It's not there, right? That's something that came later as it had brung out the history of it. Right? It's not for a harvest. It's for the conquer of who? Of the natives, man. That's right. And we're not supposed to be partaking in that.
Can I get Isaiah 59 verse 7 to 8? I'm trying to find a scripture about that's gonna be for the next one. Yeah, Isaiah 59 verse 7 to 8.
Isaiah 59, 7 through 8. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their path. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment of their goings. They have made them crooked path. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
That sounds like Edomite to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
They shed innocent blood. That's what they're great at doing. They shed innocent blood, for their gain. Whether it's money, oil, it's usually money. Whatever benefits them. They will shed innocent blood to do so. And scripture, I believe it was in the end of Leviticus Numbers. It talks about you defile the land and you shed the blood. The only way that you can change that is by destroying the hand that shed innocent blood. So the Lord, when He comes back, man, He's going to come back with a vengeance, a revenge. He said that he that leave the sword shall be killed with the sword. You live by that gun, you can be destroyed by that gun, man.
Sure. And our people learn the ways of the heathens, man. And those are the Gentiles, Israelite foreigners that was keeping the customs of the heathens. Just like now, what our people is doing. They're keeping the custom of the heathen. They're keeping Halloween, Thanksgiving, they're keeping Christmas Day, New Year.
Gentiles,
right?
Yeah.
That's what the Gentiles do. Right? This is our 2 Maccabees 6, 1 through 10. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel Jews to depart from the law of their fathers, and not to live after the laws of Yahweh, and to pollute also the temple of Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter, Olympius, and that in Gerazim and Jupiter, the defenders of the strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. The coming in of the mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the temple was filled with riot and raveling by the Gentiles. Right? Gentiles go to what? The word ethnos means ethnic, right? Who dallied with harlots, right? And had to do with women with the circuit of the holy places. And besides, they brought in the things that were not lawful. Okay? But this Gentiles right here, right, in 2 Maccabees 6, verse 4, is talking about the heathens. Okay? Verse 5, the altar was filled with profane things, which the Lord forbid. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath day and ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
That's the beginning of it right there. Yeah, that's how it started.
Niggas ain't profess. These niggas call themselves black, African American, right? Jamaican, Trinidadian, right?
Rastafarian.
Yup. Guyanese, crazy. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. So there you go. That's that celebration of one birthday. They made a big deal back then, right? So it said in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus, carrying envy, right? So Bacchus is what? The god of festivities, right? Yeah. 8, moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by suggestion Ptolemy, against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashion and be partakers of their sacrifice. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were two women brought who had circumcised their children, whom when they had openly led round about the city, the babes hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the walls.
Man, that's that's vicious right there.
Yeah.
Man.
So if you don't partake in what? In the heathens' festivity, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
Right?
And now it's more of a society thing. Like
Now they do it willingly.
Yeah. But I was gonna say now it's more of a society thing. Like when you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, your family look at you like you got two heads.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, so now you don't physically get killed, but you get spiritually killed. That's just says we're counting as sheep for the slaughter. You know, all day long. You know, so the things that we do are different. You know, you might like hang out with friends and they might be smoking. Like, you're the only person that don't smoke. Like, you know, but what's up with this dude? He don't smoke. Like, he got a strong head. He's around this and he don't do that. You know, that's because I know who I am. I know I ain't supposed to be doing that, man. You know, no matter what, you're gonna be the odd one out. Because even your house shot dwell with what, sinners?
Yep.
I mean, not dwell. He hanged out with publicans and sinners.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he was the odd one out because he didn't do what they did. Yeah, he hanged out with them, maybe drank some wine. So he drank wine with them, but he didn't go as far out his way to do all of the acts that they were doing. Yahushua came to save his people, save his people from their sins, and so that they could turn away from those sins.
Sirach 40, verse 18. To labor and to be content with that a man has is a sweet life. But he that findeth a treasure is above them both.
Wow. Wow, that's straight to the point.
Yeah.
That treasure is that'll be the knowledge. Yeah. The treasure you above them both. So when you have that treasure with you, you hang out with these sinners, you know, you spiritually you're above them. That doesn't mean you have to act like you're better than them. Because you know the Bible tells us not to do that, but technically you are. You're above them, you shine, you glow. You know, you're really that light in the room. You know, the light that they don't have. They might be funny, they might even have talent. They might be able to do this and that, but they don't got that word, there's no light in them. That light is the most important part. That's the part for your soul, the part that keeps your soul hot and fervent. It's knowing the word and knowing who you are. You know, if a cat doesn't know that it's a cat and it acts like a dog, that cat is almost useless. It's just not doing what it was designed, and it's not doing it's not doing what it was destined to be. It's not acting like a cat. You know, so by us not being Israelites, being Gentiles, that's why a lot of our people got to be destroyed.
You had mentioned something how they look at you like you got two heads because you don't smoke.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 37, verse 26. It said, my son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that onto it. Don't give into it.
That's right. You don't give into it, and that makes you the better person. People look, you know, when you're around your friends or your family and they see you not doing this and that, even though they're doing it and trying to peer pressure you to do it, they look at you better. He's wow, you know, he sticks by what he believes in. You know, he didn't stumble, he didn't fall because we told him to do this. You know, that makes you a better person, man. That means you're not easily influenced and you have that spirit to be a leader.
More follower than a leader.
Yeah.
More follower. Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey do. Yeah. Yeah, like this, like Sexy Red, man. Whatever she do, these little girls are black women want to do, man. You know, she's just adding to the problem. She's adding. I'm not saying she's the reason why our women act like that. This has been going on for years, but she's adding to the problem, man. And this is only gonna get worse. You should see this concert with Ice Spice, man. You know, her panties is out like. She was basically a stripper on the. She was more of a stripper than a rapper.
She like a short skirt.
Yeah, like.
She looked putting it down.
Yeah, she looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You should not have put that on, man. You supposed to be, as an artist, you're supposed to go up there to perform your lyrics. You know, give the audience what they paid for.
You bet she was pressured to put that damn dress on.
Yeah, maybe. Sex sells.
It's really a cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just so small. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if she did a little jumping jack or something crazy, that would have came off.
Yeah.
I got a letter date. You got any scripture?
So you got more on the natives?
I got more natives. This is another article. It's a crazy one right here. It says European colonizers killed so many Native Americans that it changed the global climate.
Dang.
When Europeans arrived in Americas, they caused so much death and disease that it changed the global climate. A new study finds. European settlers killed 56 million indigenous people over 100 years in South and Central North
That's the real
America.
Holocaust right there.
56 million?
That's the real Holocaust.
Damn, that's not even including the Southern Kingdom they killed. This is just the Northern Kingdom.
That's just the Northern Kingdom.
Yeah, that's just the Northern.
The Southern Kingdom, I heard it was 100 million.
Damn.
Yeah, they killed a lot of our people.
It says European settlers killed 56 million indigenous people over about 100 years in South Central North America, causing large swaths of farmland to be abandoned and reforested. Researchers at University College London, or UCL, estimate the increase in trees and vegetation across an area the size of France resulted in a massive decrease in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon levels changed enough to cool the Earth by 1610, researchers found. CO2 and climate have been relatively stable to this point, said UCL geography professor. So this is the major change we've seen in Earth's greenhouse gases. Before the study, some scientists had argued the temperature change in the 1600s caused the Little Ice Age was caused only by natural forces. But by combining archaeological evidence, historical data, analysis of carbon found in the Antarctic ice showed how the reforestation directly caused by the Europeans' arrival was a key component of the global chill. See, y'all Edomites keep talking about global warming and how the climate changed. Y'all was a big part of it. Who knew that the 56 million people you killed, the 56 million Israelites that you killed, added to the global climate change? Esau, everywhere you go, you cause death, you cause destruction, depression. Hell, you even cause anxiety. That's why our people are so messed up. That's why all these teenagers talking about, oh, I got anxiety, I got ADHD. Esau, you're a part of that too. You know, you push these television shows, you push social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Well, TikTok was most likely by the Chinese, but it's still heathens. You know, so wherever you go, you just leave a mess behind, man. What about all these construction sites, man? Y'all destroying all of the trees. We need trees to breathe. You know, you're changing the structure of the ground, making big trenches. I see what y'all be doing, man. You're really not supposed to be doing all that. And not only that, but what about all the fruits and vegetables y'all supposedly growing naturally? According to the law of the land that Yahweh gave us, we're supposed to let the land rest for a certain amount of time.
And that's why there's a big lawsuit against Monsanto. Monsanto was using they was using pesticides, right? When they was growing up their crops. So what it does is if a bug try to devour the crop, that bug would die. Yeah. Right? I forgot the name of that spray Monsanto was using. God, man, right up to my tongue. Oh, Monsanto spray.
You said it was banned?
Yes. Good Monsanto spray. It should come in the image. Right? So what they did, they sprayed the crops with this damn pesticide. So like
that's what you used it for?
No, find out the spray. Pesticide. And they also put in a DNA structure of the crop too. So when bugs try to devour the crop, the bugs will drop dead. So just imagine what that crop does to you, what it does to your body when you eat GMO foods. Just imagine. It slowly deteriorates you, man. It deteriorates your organs, right? And it also causes different side effects in your body. Like it causes glaucoma, headaches, right? And eczema, right? Attack of the skin, right? Forgetfulness, dementia, and the list goes on, man. This devil got to pay. This devil got to pay. Is that right?
don't know if this is what you're looking for, but it says Monsanto Company zoom in, has agreed to plead guilty to illegally using a banned pesticide known as PinCap.
What's the name of it?
PinCap.
PinCap.
PinCap Him. That's a pesticide they was using.
Okay.
That was
I
banned.
guess that's the
yeah, but it's
chemical
probably
name for it.
Yeah, it's probably another name using it for right here. I think glyphosate.
Glyphosate, that's it.
Glyphosate.
Glyphosate.
Yep.
That's one of them too.
Yeah. I think they're still using it.
Yep.
Still using it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. Like I said, these articles are straight to the point. Can I get Revelation 6 and 8? Get a chance. Shoot. Alexander the Freak, man, he's a good example. We always bring him out because he was so great at conquest. He just had the mind for it. The best thing Edomites are good for is conquest and
16
being
and 8.
cunning.
16 and 8. 16 and 8.
Oh no, Revelation 6 verse 8.
Yeah, Revelation 6 verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his rider name was Death, and Hades followed him. And they were given authority over a fourth of the earth to kill with the sword, and with famine, and with pestilence, and by with the beasts of the earth.
Like Esau to me, right?
Yeah, so that's Esau. He's death.
Esau.
He's death.
I don't know what translation with
He's
that.
the harbinger of what? Of death.
That's
right. That's what.
Obadiah 1. Yeah.
When you see Avenger, what's that? Infinity Wars.
Yeah, Thanos.
Thanos is representation of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Edomites, yeah.
He wanted to destroy half of all life, man.
Yup.
He was set. He was set on his goal. He technically accomplished it. If they didn't do that time travel thing in part 2, he accomplished it because Thanos just had that mind. He had that Edomite mind for conquest.
Which goes back to that Georgia Guidestone.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
All right. 2nd Ezra 11 verse 42. For thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that bore forth fruit, and had cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Woo.
That sounds exactly like what we're talking about, the Native Americans. You know, Native Americans did y'all no harm, but yet, y'all slaughtered them like they were dogs. And 56 million, that's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people to slaughter.
That's just the northern kingdom.
That's just the northern kingdom. I mean, shoot, they killed other nations too, not even just Israelites. There's no telling what number that is.
Yeah.
What they wanted, what other nations have. They're still trying to get what they have. They're trying to take their oil. Yeah.
Therefore, is thy wrongful dealing come up into the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also has looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abomination are fulfilled.
Right. So Esau, your rule is coming to an end. And I love to see it. Your rule is coming to an end slowly but surely. These nations are leaving you. They're leaving your treaty. They're going to turn against you according to Obadiah 1 and 7. There's going to be an interview, and you're being revealed. The son of perdition is being revealed. The Israelites is waking up to what you're doing, man. You could have a conversation with someone in the hood. They know. They know. They see y'all spraying these chemtrails. It was like, I was at work the other day. There was like 10 chemtrails in the sky.
Oh yeah, you saw that?
Yeah,
I was driving through that. Yep.
Y'all putting all these. When was we doing that in the ancient times? When was putting chemicals in the air? When? And when the Lord say spray chemicals in the air, how's that helping the environment?
He's deaf. Yeah, read in what? Revelation 16?
Yeah, y'all want to get people so hyped about this global climate change. You're the main cause. You cause light pollution. All these radio towers you got up there, these frequencies that you're throwing out, all that is part of it. Let's not even get started on these airplanes. Yeah, airplanes are useful, but you work at the airport. The climate at the airport is way different than anywhere else. It's colder, or it's either colder or hotter. Because when those airplanes are propelling up in the sky, it's just messing up the wind rotation. You know how much airplanes goes up in the sky every day, especially these busy airports.
Nice.
Shoot.
This is Job 14, verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Not one. That's that could be twofold. We could use that for the Edomites. You can't make an Edomite clean. Put an Edomite in church, teach them the Bible. They're still gonna be evil.
Right.
They come out the womb being evil. And you can also use that for these holidays. Because you talk to an Israelite, oh, you should celebrate Christmas because this and that. Oh, well, I don't celebrate it for that. I celebrate it for this. What? Jesus was born December 25th? He wasn't even born then. What you celebrate it for the family to come together? Why don't you keep one of the feast days for that? You could pick any day out of you could pick a random weekend to do that, or have a kickback with your family. Why you gotta pick December 25th to buy gifts for your family? You know?
Job 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bound that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as an hireling his day.
So that bound that he cannot pass, is that
He cannot pass. It's a certain amount of time that he gonna rule,
That's
but
right.
after that, the Most High gonna bring him down.
Yeah. I was also gonna use that for like space suits. They can only go so far.
Yeah.
You got that Van Allen belt there too. They could probably send maybe satellites up there, but you know, what I'm basically trying to say is, Yahweh's gonna let you go so far, Esau. You can't measure the sand of the sea. You can't go out into these different planets and take rule over it. You know, your time has a limit. Your empire has a limit. America's not. It's not the perfect empire. It's definitely broken down. America's in debt. How is this the perfect empire that the Lord promised us? We're still in captivity. You know, we're still subject to payments according to Luke chapter 3 and 8. So this can't be it.
No way.
It can't be.
No way.
I got one more straight to the point article, natives. After what you got.
Nahum 1, 2 through 3. Yahweh is jealous, and Yahweh revengeth. Yahweh revengeth and is furious. Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversary, and he reserved wrath for his enemies.
It's that wrath.
Yahweh was slow to anger and great in power. It will not at all acquit the wicked.
Yes, so Esau, you're not going to get acquitted. All of your wrongdoings, all the evil you did to the Israelites in the northern and southern kingdom, the Lord is not going to look past that and let you go on and watch you rule like nothing happened. You know, whether it's today, whether it's 5 years from now, you know, I hope it's in my time. Yeah, I ain't sure. Yeah, but I hope it's in our time that we see the Lord come back. But at some point, there's going to be an end. What was that movie? That was a good movie. This is the End.
Yep.
With those celebrities.
Yep.
That was a good movie, man.
That's what Franco?
I think so. Yeah.
He was about to go out, he started cursing.
Yeah. He go. That's it right back down. Baby, that's inaccurate. Because Lord's not even going to look at you. He's not even going to look your way, Edomite. He's going to send a flying nuke straight towards you. Yeah, I got one more article. Yeah. The mass killings of Native Americans. This is all straight to the point. Throughout history, Native people have been subjected to more than 1,500 wars, attacks, and raids authorized by the United States government under the guise of expanding civilization. The drive to amass land and widen borders inside of decades of racial genocide, some of the deadliest mass violence took place in the late 19th century. So they went through 1,500 wars. That's a lot of wars to go through, man. In the 1850s, the United States repeatedly violated treaties with the Saukes or Dakota people by failing to provide food and supplies promised in exchange for land. So y'all broke the treaties of Native Americans. Y'all said, okay, y'all give us this, we'll give you food, we'll give you supplies in exchange of your land. They didn't even give it to them. Esau took, they would not give though. That scripture in Obadiah 1 says if the thief takes the grapes, will he not leave some behind? Esau takes the grapes, he takes the branch, and he takes the soil. You know, and he takes the land that the soil was on.
He took everything, man.
It says, as the South suffered and starved, one indifferent federal officer reportedly said, let them eat grass. That's what the Edomites said to the Native Americans. Said, let them eat grass. And Ray's leader, Little Crow, led an uprising known as the Cold War of 1862.
And we taught them how to cultivate the land.
Yeah, let them eat grass.
Let us eat grass.
Within 6 weeks, U.S. forces had captured 400 men and sentenced 303 to death. President Abraham Lincoln spared all but 38 of the condemned. The 38 were hanged on December 26. So Abraham Lincoln, one of the presidents that we have to learn about, was part of the execution of Native Americans. When you go to history class in high school, this is one of the devils you got to learn about. Why are we learning about Abraham Lincoln?
Very overrated.
Very overrated.
And you know, Jace looked at him as a hero. That dude wasn't a hero. That dude was a devil.
Yeah, that was just a chess move.
Yeah, he was really a Jewish rat too.
He's what he so-called freed the slaves. That was just a chess move to win the Civil Cold War.
And his hand was tied behind
Civil
War.
Yeah.
And his hand was tied behind the back because they needed slaves to migrate to the north to run that the industrial plants. That's when industrial was starting to boom. So it's what emancipation being what one slave master to another. We ain't free to this very day.
Yeah.
We aren't free to this very day, man. We got social securities. They tax the shit out of us when we get paid.
Birth certificate.
Right, birth certificate. Go to another country without a passport. Let me see you do that.
Right.
Right? That's why birth certificate. Right? That's why you have a number on your birth certificate and your number's in the stock exchange.
Man.
Right? You are property.
Yeah.
They don't look at you as a man. They look at you as a 3/5 of a man.
That's right. And also by us being supposedly free, it helps them out because we get the lowest jobs, right? If we don't work hard enough to get a good job. You know, that's why there's a lot of these fast foods, you know, these retail, you know, so by supposedly freeing us, it helps them out, you know, helps out their economy. And they don't, you know, we feel like we're working for our money, but we're really getting scraps compared to what they get. You're not even getting a drop in a bucket for millions of dollar company. You know?
Don't ever think you have equal rights compared to the white man. A white man could spit in a Edomite officer face. They might subdue him. But if a black man spit in the Edomite face, you'd be lucky. You'd be lucky if you don't get one bullet.
Get lynched.
You getting bullets. You're gonna get riddled with bullets.
In the 1880s, the government was intent on stamping out the ghost dance, a spiritual movement with members from 16 states and 24 tribes that aimed to revitalize native culture and resist assimilation. Government officials authorized the arrest and the detention of any ghost dance participant. So I guess the ghost dance, you know, is a spiritual movement. The ghost dance is a spiritual movement, yeah, by the Native Americans. So they wanted to get rid of that. In December, I'm almost done by the way. In December 1890, beloved Lakota Chief Sitting Bull was killed during an arrest. When protests erupted in South Dakota, federal troops shot to death an estimated 300 Sioux men, women, and children in the Wounded Knee Massacre. As many as 15 million Native Americans are estimated to have been living in North America when Christopher Columbus arrived in 1492. The so-called Indian Wars devastated indigenous people. By the close of the 19th century, fewer than 238,000 Native Americans remained. So out of the 15 million that were there before, after the wars, there was only 238,000 left after that. So y'all took out like 97% of the population of the Native Americans.
3/4. Yeah, 90. Yeah, you're right about 90.
Yeah. 238,000. 238,000.
True Holocaust.
15 million.
But who was it gonna shed tears for the Jewish rats? Fuck out of here.
Get into a close. I got one scripture to end it. I'm gonna read it. Good one to end it off. Numbers 35 and 33. So you should not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Yes, So the only way this land can be cleansed is by destroying the one who shed it, and that's you, Esau. Yep. So don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You know, y'all celebrating this day. You just celebrate a day where your brothers and sisters were massacred, man. You know, the true Holocaust.
Not only that, but it's sad with a lot of Truth3's. Like a lot of them know that these holidays are wicked, but they still keep it anyway.
That's what you were saying.
They still keep it. So can't tell them anything.
And they say they love God. That's why we started off that. They say they love God, but it works. They deny it.
Because they want to do it for the children. That's their excuse.
The children.
That's their
You can make
excuse.
turkey any day, man.
The best thing you can do for your children is tell them the truth.
Yep. Our dad will give our praises to
Ka, Yahweh,
Ka, Yahweh,
Bush,
Shem,
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
That's right. Death to America, death to Esau, death to 2/3 of the heathens. Shalom.
Shalom.